why should companies looking to implement NetSuite, why should they work with a NetSuite partner like GSI?
So, Olivia, that's a great question. I've been in the NetSuite ecosystem for over 16 years now. I've done implementations in-house at Oracle. I've worked with partners. I've even done some independent consulting. One of the benefits of working with a NetSuite partner is the flexibility to work and leverage all of the best practices, all of the great documentation, and all of the tools that Oracle has put together over the last 10 plus years of the NetSuite lifespan, with the flexibility of working with a partner as opposed to a necessarily prescribed implementation process, which is similar to what Oracle and NetSuite are doing these days. So what I mean by that is, when you go down the NetSuite implementation cycle with Oracle, there are some pretty prescribed steps, and working with a partner, we have the ability to sort of deviate from that. And we can spend more time gathering requirements. We can tailor things a little bit more to the organization specifically. And in the long term, right, our success is much more based on our client's success. Oracle's a fairly large company. They have a number of different product offerings, whereas working with a NetSuite specific partner, there may be one or two other product offerings, but long-term growth with our clients and helping them succeed is what's going to keep us around as a partner.
Love for you. So when assessing a NetSuite partner, what should companies look for? How do you weed through, because there's a lot of NetSuite partners out there. There's solution providers like GSI, there's alliance partners. So how should you go about that process? What should you look for in a NetSuite partner?
Yeah, so that's great. There are several different tiers of NetSuite partners. When you're looking at which partner you want to go with, I generally tend to recommend looking for partners that can help with your licensing and are really a top tier partner in terms of the partnership with Oracle. There are organizations that specifically work on just scripting or automations. And there are some organizations that just do implementations. And then there are full shops like we have here at GSI, where we can work with you on the licensing standpoint, getting you your renewals through NetSuite, so we can do extra discounting on your behalf sometimes. And then when it comes to the workbench of the level of consultants, GSI in particular has a deeper bench of expertise than I've seen at a lot of partners. Most of the people we have doing implementations have 5 to 10 years of experience doing implementations. A lot of us have come from NetSuite and Oracle, and most of us have come from before Oracle even bought NetSuite. So personally, I worked at NetSuite from 2010 to 2021, and so we come with this really broad knowledge, and we have a lot of connections, and we've seen it all. Right? We have some consultants who've been implementing NetSuite manufacturing since the very earliest days. We have people like myself who started with NetSuite nonprofits during some of their very first clients. We have people who've been implementing wholesale distribution and general business for 5 to 10 years of living in this NetSuite space. So when it comes down to it, our ability to bring prior industry experience with the NetSuite platform is really what separates us, I think, from a lot of other partners, and for sure something that you need to take into account when you're choosing an implementation provider.
Right. Yeah. So there's obviously a lot of benefit to working with a solution provider like GSI, because they can walk you through that entire process from licensing all the way through implementation, rather than sometimes we see people who have worked with a couple of different teams, whether it's, NetSuite Direct and then an alliance partner, or, switching partners between the licensing stage and implementation. So it sounds like there's a lot of value from working with a solution provider from the beginning.
Exactly. And then when you come back to it as well, a big differentiator here at GSI is our Suite Care offering. And our Suite Care offering is a post-go live NetSuite consulting and support engagement. So we don't just, like an alliance partner or an implementation partner, we don't just walk away at the end of an implementation, right? Or try
Mhm.
to always do a phase 2, etc. If you go with our Suite Care option and we're managing your renewals, right, then you have the same people leading you forward. And our growth is tied to the growth of the client itself. So that means that everything we do is not just about a point in time, it's about a long term relationship. And being in the NetSuite space so long, the companies that are the most successful with NetSuite are the ones that grow and have a true partnership with someone who's invested in them growing and cares about their organization. And so when your business models are tied so closely together to your client growth, it's really motivating, and it's really what sets GSI apart. Is not just we'll do the sale, we'll do the implementation, and then a client's on their own. We are in for the long haul.